Strand Hunter time. This build is an absolute beast. You're going to have unravelling rounds coming out of your bottom. Look at the state of it. Green bogies everywhere, doing so much damage. And I'm going to be featuring one of the new swords this season, the Thin Precipice. Absolute beast of a sword. It's a Strand sword, and I'm also going to be featuring the Cry-Tachner's Facade. And this helmet is going to give us infinite woven mail whenever we use our grapple. And this combination is an absolute monster. And I've got loads of quirky little tips and combos in the video as well that make this build a beast. So, Thin Precipice, it's a Strand sword. I'm not going to go too much into the perks straight away because I'm going to cover them later on. But it's a vortex frame, and I got unrelenting on there. I just put unrelenting in there for the health regeneration. And I started off with another perk on there called collective action. Although I changed my mind halfway through because it wasn't working very well. So what we're going to do is enhance our strand damage. Obviously the sword strand, but look at this, we're going to enhance that massively with all the unravelling rounds via the artifact perks, improved unravelling, increase the amount of damage dealt by unravelling a target, so you're going to do loads of extra damage with your unravelling rounds. Plus we're going to be running Strand Soldier. Your strand weapons gain unravelling rounds whenever you gain woven mail. Now that is really important. Whenever we gain woven mail, we're going to get unravelling rounds and we're going to get loads of extra damage. This is where this exotic fits into it, the Cry-Tachner's Facade. Gain woven mail whenever you activate your grapple, and you also get increased flinch resistance while woven mail is acted. We're not really bothered about that, just going to get infinite woven mail. So as you can see here, with the Strand Soldier, your strand weapons gain unravelling rounds whenever you gain woven mail, and the improved unravelling, we have literally got these infinitely up with this build as long as we are running the Facade helmet. Absolutely crazy. Every time you use your grapple, you're going to do loads of damage with your sword and get massive amounts of unravelling energy as well. Another exotic I like to run with this one is the Navigator. Firing this weapon at an ally grants woven mail. So we've got the exotic helmet and we've got this weapon. We have literally got infinite woven mail, and it also gives you woven mail whenever you activate the weft cutter as well. So the Navigator Catalyst as well, on top of everything else, it does create grapple points for you. And as you've seen with the helmet and the weapon itself, you are going to get infinite woven mails from your grapple. The Navigator creates grapple points, so you're going to be able to have infinite woven mail consistently throughout any activity that you do. Woven mail is a nice 60% damage increase, resistance, sorry. So you're going to get a nice tanky damage resistance. Therefore, you're going to proc your Strand Soldier and everything else that we've talked about. You're going to have this up all of the time. Just infinite grapples. So you're going to be proccing that Facade exotic perk all of the time. So it's a really nice little combo to run. Woven mail for your teammates, and every time you shoot your teammates with it, it gives it to you as well, and it also procs whenever you use the weft cutter perk as well. Unrelenting is one that I put on the sword, so we'll just quickly go over the sword. You're going to get increased regeneration with the enhanced version of Unrelenting, and then I also put chain reaction on there because I just like to make a mess of enemies, and with all the unravelling rounds that you're getting, chain reaction and Unrelenting works absolutely beautifully. One more little thing to show you before we crack on. The thread of transmutation, because we're going to have woven mail up all of the time, your weapon final blows create a tangle, so we're going to have infinite tangles as well. So there you go, that's everything sort of explained, and this is a type of fun you can do with it. I have literally just got myself a free grapple point, enhanced my woven mail. Obviously the Hunter is excellent for suspension, we already know that with the ensnaring slam, but this is the sort of loops of play that you can do with this thing. It's absolutely crazy, and again I just wanted to pay attention to not just the sword damage but all these unravelling rounds that you're getting as well. This is all just extra damage, and this just makes an absolute mess of enemies. It is so strong. You're literally getting kills left, right and centre, you don't even know you're getting them. My teammates was telling me, look at all this green stuff, I want to see it all, but it literally spreads like wildfire. Now just watch my health here, that's the Unrelenting and the chain reaction, both working perfectly together. Your chain reaction gets you more kills, enhances that Unrelenting, so you can see there, I get some nice chunky health regeneration as well when I was on the red bit of health, and I've just literally got it back straight away. So it's a really nice combo, Unrelenting and chain reaction, and again on top of all that green unravelling rounds that you see everywhere, the chain reaction just adds to that. and I was running this in 1840 stuff as well, and it does some serious work here as well. Just clears enemies left, right and centre. Again, just proccing that woven mail with the navigator, just to get your teammates nice and tanky before you go into battle. And as we know with a hunter, they're an absolute great for end game with all the suspension that you've got as well. I've got some more gameplay to show you, but I'm quickly going to go over my aspects. Ensnaring Slam, activate your air move to consume your class ability. We all know what that does by now. Widow's Silk to get them 2 grapple grenades, so infinite woven mails, so I'm not going to keep saying it, but there you go. Grapple, obviously. And then I always, on all my hunter builds, run Gambler's Dodge, so every time I dodge, I'm going to get my Threaded Spike back, which got a buff recently as well. Thread of Mind, defeating suspended targets, grants class ability energy. That's a really good one for suspension builds. Thread of Transmutation, which we've briefly touched on. And then I also like to run Thread of Generation, dealing damage, which generates grenade energy. This is crazy with all that unravelling rounds. You're going to get so many grapples back with that going on, plus your chain reaction. And then Thread of Continuity, suspend and ravel, effects have increased duration. Now my mods, Strand Siphon, and I also run a solar or a void siphon on there. Heavy ammo finder is a must have on this build. I also, on my arms, like to run heavy handed because your grapple does actually count towards firepower. If not, you can always run heavy handed. Either one of them two work perfectly for orbs. And I also like to run 2 of these. Impact Inductions, causes damage with a melee attack, reduces your grenade cooldown. Loads and loads of grapple energy from these 2 paired together. 2 Impact Inductions are really good for grapple energy. Concussive Dampener and a couple of resistance mods on the chest piece. Concussive's a really good one for sword and glaive builds. Strand weapon surges, I like to max them out. 3 of them, 22%. Obviously maxing your sword damage out and your navigator damage or whatever strand weapon you're running. I also like to run time dilation, so my decay and armor charge has a longer duration. 2 bombers for more grapple energy. So that's it. If I did that a bit quick or didn't explain it well enough, don't worry, because I will leave it playing out at the end, and I'll also leave a dim link as well. I'll leave all my mods and everything. But back to it, just look at the state of it. Absolutely crazy. Deals with Unstoppable and Barrier Champions very, very nicely with your Ensnaring Slam. And you're going to get that nice health regeneration as well. So the build itself works absolutely perfectly together. Your navigator, the Thin Precipice, and all the unravelling stuff that you've got going on a hunter. So much damage and you get so many extra kills you don't even know about because of all the unravelling rounds. Literally flying about everywhere. So that's it. That's pretty much the video. What I'd ask for you, just let me know what you think of the video. If you crafted the sword, I'm always interested to see what other people have crafted on the sword and what other builds you've got it featured on, things like that. I'm going to leave everything playing out like I said. I've decided to make my hunter, because I'm flying around a lot with this build, I wanted to make him look like a bit of a wasp. So I'm going to leave that playing out for you like that. Let me know what you think of that as well. And then on top of that, it is the build. You can always pause this, just check what I'm running. And I've got a few screenshots at the end of all my mods and everything like that. So, yeah, thanks for watching. Let me know what you think. Have a great day.